Science shows there's a hidden motivation switch located deep in the brain that unlocks a level of motivation more powerful than money, praise, or fame. One that practically forces your brain to crave doing the hard work you keep putting off.
Remember, only the disciplined ones are free in life. Only the disciplined ones are free in life. If you are in discipline, you are a slave to your moods. You are a slave to your passions. Best time to plant a tree was 25 years ago. But the second and the best time to plant a tree of self-discipline is today.
He was right. No human is limited.
Why are you out running 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning and not later in the day? Or why do fighters do that?
Because I don't want to do it. You know, you just get the discipline to do things that you don't want to do. I think I want to get up 4 and run.
No one wants to get up at 4 and run when it's pitch dark. It has to be done. And the only reason I do it so early is because I believe that the other guy isn't doing it. And that it gives me a little edge.
Discipline will fix your thyroid issue because you'll stop shoving cake down your face. And discipline will fix your depression because you'll become such a monumentally successful person you're not depressed anymore. And it'll fix your ADHD because you do what you're supposed to do, not because you want to do it, not because you're motivated to do it, but because you have to do it, so you're going to do it. That's how it works. That's all it is. We lack discipline in the world today. And there are certain nations where they don't lack discipline, and for some reason, all of these illnesses don't exist. If they're an illness, why are they not universal across the human condition? Why can the kids in China go to school and listen in school, but the kids in America can't if it's a disease? Genuine question to all the psychiatrists who are making a bunch of money and Big Pharma who are making a bunch of money. Someone answer me. Why can the Chinese kids listen to the teacher? And why can't the American kids listen to the teacher if it's a disease that comes in? I'll tell you why. You could get your ass whooped in one place and another you won't.
It's too cold. Yeah, because I think that emotions most of the time doesn't help us to deal with something. Of course, emotions is like spices for your life, but when you have some hard situation, you shouldn't use your emotions. This is how I think.
Success is not about motivation, it's not about luck, it's not about talent, it's not about others' opinions. It's about hard work, it's about discipline, it's about focus, it's about dedication, it's about consistency, it's about determination, it's about obsession, it's about ambition, it's about how badly you want it.
The discipline of Cristiano, the discipline is unbelievable. I never see this.
Do you ever wake up and you say, I don't want to do it today?
I fight against that. You know, it's the big challenge. It's when you're not willing to do something, but you have to do it. The discipline is the most difficult thing, not only in sports, but in life. You have to challenge yourself to be consistent.
Someone that been there every single day and don't stop, that's Cristiano.
If you're 22 years old, like, the world does not hate you. You're just not good at anything yet. If you seek to be good at something, then you have a tremendous deficit in experience and repetitions that people who are ahead of you or who have achieved what you want to achieve have over you. And so the only thing that you have now, you do have an advantage. You have a couple. Number one is that you will have more energy than they do, period. And so your ability to work long hours, sleep less, and maintain high levels of focus while maintaining peak fluid intelligence is at its peak. Use it. The second thing is that you have nothing to lose. And so the thing is people always fear being the new entrant. But when you have nothing to lose, or you have nothing going for you, it also means you have nothing to lose. And that means that every position on the board always has an advantage, because anybody who has achieved this big thing that you have was also once a 22-year-old who had nothing going for them.
And you're at 0.
Right.
You can't get worse than this.
You have unlimited shots on goal. And so not taking the shot is like saying, life, I don't want to scratch off this lottery ticket, but the lottery ticket's free. Why would you not scratch it off and try it?
You can fucking achieve the absolute impossible. You don't need great parents. You don't need like a private school. You don't need to have this humongous GPA and all this other shit. What you need is the one thing I talked about in my book, which is straight up brutal work ethic. You have to be willing to outwork everybody in the world.
Making the best move on the chessboard, regardless of how losing your position is a life philosophy that most will never understand. Sometimes you look at your position on the board and you're fucked. But still, regardless of how fucked you are, there is still a best move. There's always a best move and a worse move, no matter how bad things are. Many people, when they get to a losing position, think, it doesn't matter, I don't have to make the best move anymore. I actually disagree. Maybe 9 times out of 10, the best move won't save you, but that 1 time out of 10, the best move might be just enough to save your ass. And on a long enough time frame, if you play the game repeatedly, day after day, taking risks, always making the best move regardless of whether you're winning or losing, it will compound into an upward spiral of never-ending success. You might end up somewhere near me. You might have dinner one day. You might stop being a brokey. You might stop being a loser.
Well,